Take a look at this picture. What catches your eye? Is it the giant zebra design on the wall? Or the obscure yellow shirt under a black suit? No, it's something else. The picture is from Lost in Translation by Sofia Coppola, one of the most iconic movies ever made. It is also one of my favorite movies of all time. I got it as a DVD for my 14th birthday and probably watched it over 100 times since then. Yet, even though the movie is stacked with memorable moments, lines and pictures, there is one thing that eclipses everything. It's the one image inside my head that unfolds whenever I think about this movie. And it's this, the pink bob wig. In the movie, the wig is worn by Charlotte on a night out in Tokyo with Bob, a man she just met, and who, just like her, is married and in an emotional life crisis. The movie is bursting with intriguing elements and symbols, but none of them stuck in the collective memory of pop culture as much as Charlotte's wig. Which made me curious. Why? What is it about this wig that keeps coming back? When I thought about that question, I realized that Lost in Translation is not at all the only iconic movie that is being outstripped by this wig. There is another iconic movie that is inseparably bound to it, Closer by Mike Nichols. Here, Alice is a young stripper that becomes entangled in a toxic web between love, betrayal and manipulation between two couples. And the most memorable picture of this movie is Alice wearing this wig. In Lost in Translation, Charlotte wears it under Tokyo's neon glow, a fleeting persona in a night of self-discovery. In Closer, Alice wears it in a strip club, embodying both seduction and mystery. Two very different films, two very different women, yet the same wig. Why? It turns out that this specific pink bob wig and what it stands for is much bigger than those two movies utilizing it as a prop. And its significance stems from two very distinct elements. Two elements which it combines and hence result into something completely different, powerful and dark. The first element is the hairstyle itself, the bob. The bob is a classic. It started amongst flappers in the 1920s, was reinvented by the Vidal Sassoon sleek in the 1960s, and made it through the 80s and 90s as a distinct pop culture aesthetic. The bob has always been bold and rebellious. Today, it's a nostalgic reminder of seemingly free and careless times. The second element is the color, pink. The synthetic, futuristic appeal of pink hair rose from anime, cyberpunk and Tokyo street fashion, a color of fantasies and artificiality. But it wasn't until the combination of those two elements, the bob and the pink, that a new, powerful icon was born. An icon that is dream and nightmare combined. Let me explain. The pink bob is a paradox. It's playful yet melancholic, soft yet striking, futuristic yet nostalgic. Charlotte wears the wig to become someone else, to leave her identity crisis behind and to live one night in Tokyo detached from everything that is weighing her down. It transforms her from a frightened little mouse in a big strange city to the center of attention. Suddenly she's not out of place anymore. She fuses with the city's lights as if she emerged from them. For her, the wig is an escape. But the wig not only transforms the person wearing it, it also changes the person gazing at it. That's why in the movie Closer, Alice uses it as a tool of seduction to control the men paying to see her. However, it's this paradoxical nature, the fantasy of a future, and the nostalgia of something left in the past, where the dark side of the wig slowly becomes apparent. It's a dark side that unfolds its power because of this bittersweet relationship. The past and the future on the one hand, and the person wearing it and the person gazing at it on the other. This dark side is being hinted at in multiple other cyberpunk movies like Blade Runner. Here, the holographic AI Joy appears in pink with a blue bob wig in a neon advertisement amidst a dystopian world. Also in Ghost in the Shell, cityscapes and holographic projections feature figures with pink bobs. It is this paradoxical nature that lends its power to the wig. Because every fantastical escape inevitably means loss of who we wanted to be. It's an admission of failure to the life life we built. This loss needs to come first, before the fantasy can even begin, and once we give in, it is entangled with nostalgia, stinging our heart for what we gave up. But it gets even darker as the wig manifests its power. The pink bob wig creates a reinforcing toxic dynamic between the person who wears it and the one gazing at it. To the wearer, the wig lends an illusion of control over themselves or others, while simultaneously reducing themselves to an object, a fantasy to be consumed. To the person gazing at it, the wig gives the illusion of an escape through this fantasy, while simultaneously trapping the person in a state of paralysis, which is the dystopian life they try to escape from, but inevitably will stay in, merely distracted momentarily by this fantasy. For Charlotte, the wig offers a fleeting sense of freedom, letting her briefly become someone more confident and invulnerable, yet it prevents her from getting what she really desires, being understood. Bob is drawn to the carefree dream she embodies in this moment, reinforcing his unhappiness as he looks for meaning and direction for his own life within a hollow fantasy. This is why the pink bob wig became more than a symbol, blurring the lines between fantasy and reality, command and exploitation. This wig holds power, and it harnesses its power from the people who believe they can control it.